I know it likes to put me live before it tells me that I'm live. Hello, hello, hello. Give us a little more light here. Is that any better? No, because the light won't stay on. There we go. Let's see if that works for us. I did some shopping on Temu last week. Is that how you say it, Temu? And I got a couple of things to show for that. But before we go there, we're going to do numbers. Hey, Sherlock Sows, how are you tonight? We start off with my girls. Colleen, 1190 plus. Sylvia is at 857. Yay, Sylvia. Dawn is at 951. And Wayne is at 758. Hi, Nancy. How are you tonight? How's Terry? I still have a little bit of a frog, so I will probably be drinking a lot tonight. It's not alcohol, unfortunately. I'm still trying to get over all the meds that they gave me for the COVID, the nuclear option. But I will tell you, this is hilarious. You guys will laugh at me. I have apparently lost some weight. I'm glad he's moving better. That's a good thing. That's my fake ring. They used to only fit on my ring finger. My wedding ring today, I went to take a shower and it fell off my hand in the shower. I was like, ah, scary, scary, huh? I'm glad to see that Terry's moving better. That's a good thing. And that's all the numbers I'm doing tonight. Um, I looked at for the people that I normally look at. Then I was like, yeah, I won't do any more. So I'm going to show you my little Temu haul. Hello, Colleen. I got these lights. These are kind of cool because you plug them into an LED. They come with their own little cord. It's one of those C cords like was on slightly older cell phones. And they charge and they don't have batteries in them. But they'll flash. You can put them on motion sensor. And then you can turn them off, which is cool. And they have little, I think they're magnetic, the little things that you tape them up with. But I haven't decided where I'm going to put them for sure. So I haven't glued anything up anywhere yet. But the magnetic means that they'll hold on to things, right? And this is a piece of fabric that I ordered from Temu. And I haven't opened it yet. It was like a fat quarter for $1. Yeah, do they work pretty well for you, Colleen? And do you have them attached to anything? I mean, I guess there's a spot where you could like hook them to a screw. But I was kind of thinking I wanted them to be able to put them. Stop rattling the fabric. I was thinking I wanted to put them on my shelves behind me, up there. But I don't know how I'd get an LED up there to, or not an LED. Yeah, a cord up there to plug them in. There's how it opens. Got to be smarter than the packaging. You just laid them on the metal shelf. Well, my shelves are wood. But I ordered a couple of pieces of fabric from Temu just to kind of see what the quality was. And these are pretty thin, but they would work great for applique. I think I paid $1.25 for this little set. And it's some blue and white polka dots, some blue and white flowers. Y'all notice the theme here? Come on. Trying to get it to come apart. I am going to put together my Cotton Cuts clue tonight, clue 5. I still don't have clue 6. And I don't know if I'm expecting it to be here too early or what the deal is. But I got my Carnival clue 1 Saturday. A blue and white stripe. That's a dark blue, although it looks kind of light. White with blue flowers on it. That would be good for baby books. It sure would. I didn't think about that. And another blue and white polka dot. I think this is the one that sold me on this little package. If I can get them apart. They're thin, but they will work for applique, and I've got some applique coming up for you guys. I think I'm going to do some freezer paper applique here real soon, because I haven't done that in a while. See the blue gingham? I really like that. And then a slightly bigger blue and white flower. So I think those will work real well for applique. And then this is a jelly roll from Temu. I hope I'm saying that right. And it's only a 20 strip jelly roll, but it's got blues and greens in it. And I really like the variety of colors. Ooh, I didn't see the lemon one when I was looking at it. That's really pretty. Guess I could put it where you guys can see it. I haven't got clue 6. I've got clue 5. I think. Oh, I do have clue 6. And that's the one I'm going to work on tonight. But you guys can tell my voice isn't 100% still. And I've still got a little bit of a cough. But I am over the COVID stuff. I may have to pull that other packing thing out of the garbage can, Nancy. And then I ordered these. I like to do paint by numbers. And this is supposed to be, well, it isn't supposed to be. It is High Gay, a set of smaller paintbrushes. And they actually had advertised it as working well for paint by numbers. So I went ahead and ordered it for $1. I was like, yeah, let's do it. I haven't seen you in a while, Gay. How are you tonight? I think you're like me. You're a daytime YouTuber. Camera's a little too close. Well, it won't be so close in just a minute, Anita, because we're going to go over to the sewing machine. I didn't think you wanted to look up my nose. It's just, I only have so much room. Well, it's good to see you guys. Haven't been around a whole lot lately. Another heat advisory for us. They're telling us that it's 112 outside, the real feel. I'm like, why are you telling us it's 98 with a real feel of 112? If it's a real feel of 112, then it's 112, right? I mean, come on. Now I got to pull up chat on my computer or my phone so that I can see the chat whenever I turn around here. So I'm going to put that over there. I'm going to cover the camera and move you guys. That way I don't give Sherlock So's the roller coaster feeling. So give me just a second. There's my hand. And we're just going to move it over here. And I want you guys to be able to see me and the sewing machine. Did I get you there without making you nauseous there, Sherlock? Put my phone over here, and I'm going to move it just a little bit more. Trying to get it to where you can see me too. I think you want to see the machine more. Okay, so I'm doing the cornflower in the cotton cuts. There's a delay between me putting it up there and you guys seeing it. So I wanted to make sure you could see it. It's chilly in Australia. Now, Anita, do you go to mom and pop's too? And I'm asking because Sass was talking the other night, or the other Saturday. It wasn't the other night, it was during the day. But she was talking about it being, she was saying she's 14 hours ahead of me. And I have Janet's time in my phone, Janet Johnson's, because Janet is 12 hours ahead of me exactly. And Sass was talking about her time zone, and I was like, I wonder which one you're in. I have to have that color thing always. Okay, so I should have 4 little bees. Yeah, Australia does have a different time there. Anita's already in tomorrow, if I've got it figured correctly, right? Yeah, their minutes are the same. They're just in a different hour. So that's the 4B. I should have 8 of the A. I was going to lay this down before I started, but wasn't sure. I know you haven't been around in a while, Anita. I'm sorry. You haven't been on YouTube or just not here? I wasn't on for almost 3 weeks. I'm just now really getting back. I'm in Eastern Standard Time in the US. I'm in Florida. Walt Disney Land and all Walt Disney World and all that stuff. So for me right now it's about 7 p.m. And what I'm doing right now is just laying out my stuff so I can make my little blockies. Yeah, there are different time zones over there. I don't like the fabrics that are in here that you can't tell which side's which. Those light fabrics kill me. Okay, so that's F. So it's 7 a.m. for you. So you're 12 hours too, just like Janet is. Okay. This is B, and I should have 4. I went through one night and asked everybody and put all of my regulars in there so I'd have their time zones. Yeah, this is highly productive. Once you have it all laid out, these are great. This is Cotton Cuts Village Green, and the reason I did it is because of this fabric right here. This fabric caught my eye. One of the girls on Stephanie's stitches was doing it, and I was just like, oh yeah. Oh, awesome. Did she enjoy it? It's really hot in Florida right now, so she may enjoy it since it's wintertime for you guys. For me, it would be too hot. It's a beautiful colorway, isn't it? All right, so A times 2. I still don't have 100% hand function back. You guys laughing at me here trying to do this? I was talking about it earlier. My wedding ring came off my hand this afternoon in the shower. You're in the same time zone as Singapore. Well, there's a way to look at it. I'd never thought of it that way. This is F. This is D. Never thought about that way. You are. I had a dream the other night. I got quizzed on geography for some reason. It's a good thing because I'm not sure if Singapore is in the Philippines. Is that right? Not 100% sure. All right, so I've got all my pieces. I made sure of that. Join a B square to the left of a B square. So here's D. And here's B. I'm going to do 2 of those. You do? That's awesome. I watch a little bit of everything. I watch people who homestead and farm, and there's a guy who's in my hometown who does lawn videos. Like he gets in there and fixes disaster lawns. She's a Disney kid, huh? That's awesome. And then there's a guy I watch called I don't know if anybody's heard of this guy except me, but it's my thing. It's called Baumgartner Restoration, and it's ASMR, a lot of it. He's got a really soothing voice, and when he does like the scraping of the paintings, he'll put a few minutes of that in there just right by itself, so you can sit and listen to it, and I really enjoy it. What are you doing? Okay. That heart in that chat is a pain in the tush. Your mother-in-law's in Massachusetts. Yeah, so that puts her on the same time zone as me, right? Okay, so there's my B and D. And then I need to do these 2. You watch sewing and cleaning and that's it? Colleen, do you watch Or Katarina? I think she's Swedish. She does hoarder cleanups in Europe. I know you watch Dee Dee at My Big Tidy Up. I've watched Dee Dee a few times. I like her. Disney kid of 33. Okay. And I'm out of bobbin? Really? This is not my day. Can I go back to sleep yet, guys? I'm not going to wind bobbins on camera. See if I have one in here. I usually had an emergency bobbin. Ah, what a pain. Because I hate rethreading this machine. What a pain, what a pain, what a pain. Yeah, I do watch lawn channels. Al Blades, Bladez is one. The long-haired juggernaut. He's a long-haired country boy with a beard. I think he's in Kansas. And the 2 of them teamed up on something not too long ago. And did like, I think the long-haired guy came down to Florida. I know he came down to Florida. And he did a few yards with owl blades. And I was looking at the video that they had on, or the place they were in. And I never did figure out, I'm trying to figure out if there's enough left on that one to wind a bobbin. I never did figure out where in Fort Pierce they were, but I know that they were in my hometown because they said that that's where they were at. Oh. And this machine is a pain to thread, so I cheat whenever I do bobbins on it. I should have paid attention before I got online. I've been having a rough week, though. Wayne is now working his new job, and this past weekend was a marathon because we have to do some stuff to get ready for an inspection that the insurance company wants, because our old insurance company is pulling out of Florida, and we have to have an inspection done because our house is over a certain age. And it's only 4 points. They're going to check the AC, the roof, the plumbing, and the electrical. You know, the 4 things most people make big claims for. And that's going to be done in a couple of weeks. I've already talked to the girl to get it done. This machine doesn't like it when you do that. I've tried that before on this one, Sherlock. It just doesn't like it. I do it on the Juki all the time because I hate rethreading the Juki. Get that to go through there. And you know, that's one of my most popular videos, is I have a bobbin winding video short, and it gets tons and tons of play, both on YouTube and the other sites that I post on, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. It gets lots of attention on all of them. I don't know why. I guess everybody's into that that kind of crazy thing. I didn't think about grabbing one of those out, Colleen. I should have. Why'd you say that sooner? I could have used one of the pre-threaded brother ones. This machine will take them. It doesn't always like them, but it will take them. At least long enough to have gotten through this now that I've threaded one. Alright. Hey Dawn, how are you tonight? I did do your numbers tonight. Alright, let's get this bobbin in here. Finish doing this block. Glad I didn't start off with doing a rope bowl like I was thinking about doing earlier. Excuse me. That would have been really frustrating. I'd have probably gotten halfway through that and realized I didn't have a bobbin. All right. Just got home from work. I'm a baby lock girl. I really like my baby lock machines. Although I have to say, as far as this one goes, I kind of prefer my brother's for the basic sewing machine. But that could be because I think I have every foot that brother has ever made. I bought one of those kits years ago with 30 or 45 feet in it. You know, like all the little dancy feet. And they mostly fit my baby locks too. So not too bad. Alright, then I'm gonna. Okay. Well, Colleen, I hope it doesn't shut off on you. Come on. When I was diagnosed with COVID, they had me stop taking my arthritis meds. So I just now started taking them again. And I'm still getting used to them again. That's a bad thing about those. Because one of my arthritis meds is basically chemotherapy. Now that I'm getting back on it, I've gotten hoarse again. And I'm having tummy troubles. Yeah, this is cotton cuts and not. Dawn's still got to cook dinner before she can stick her feet up. And I saw a thumbnail. I haven't gone and watched the video yet, Dawn. But I saw a thumbnail about antique quilts right before I came on tonight. And I was like, ooh, I have to go check that out. So you know what I'll be doing after my live? I'm a big fan of antique quilts, and my granny made a ton of quilts, but she wasn't a decorative quilter. She was a utility quilter. So she made a lot of whole cloth quilts, and they were tied with yarn or whatever she had handy. And I have several of them, which is awesome. And my granny would have her kids sit down and tie the quilts, and apparently they would all fight for the privilege because they would tie them in the wintertime. So they'd get to sit under the quilt and stay warm while they did all that hand tying. So I imagine they milked it for all they could milk it for, right? Awesome. I can't wait till those all come out, Dawn. All right, so there's my first 4. There's my second. Then I need an A above an F. And I don't know if any of you have followed me doing these, but they're a booger for me. Oh, awesome. Awesome. I didn't even know how one becomes one of those. So I always have to, can you guys see that? Yeah. I always have to lay mine out and then do them because without the pictures, I would be totally confused. I think that's how I got I have a fat quarter shop link. Whatever they call that. Discount code, right? Oh, awesome. That's absolutely awesome, Don. I hope you get it. For Riley Blake, I should apply. They do a lot of Lori Holt fabric. And of course, we all know she's my favorite fabric lines. My Lori Holt fabric gets stored separately from everything else. And I hoard it. Because that's just who I am. Alright. Excuse me. I have Instagram, I just don't use it a whole lot. I keep telling y'all if it weren't for the pictures. Uh, you guys watching me try to figure this out? I has Instagram too. Let's see. I want to go like that and like that. Okay. I always end up double and triple checking these because I'm just like, ah. Yes, I have Instagram. And I've used it some. I can't put reels on Instagram though. For some weird reason. I need to contact them and find out what's up with that. Way back, somebody was trying to explain that to me, and it never did make sense. Why I couldn't put reels up and everybody else could. Maybe I hadn't been on Instagram long enough or something. Hey Marie, how are you tonight? Colleen, you need to open it on a video or on a live. That way everybody can see your pretty box. All right. My iron is hot. Let's just give these a little bit of heat. And I'm not really doing lots to them except adding some heat. Because everything I've heard and read says that you're not supposed to really starch these or anything. You're still in Tennessee at your son's house? What are you just like taking the whole year off there, Marie? Oh, yeah, I would be missing my sewing machines too. Wait a minute, you didn't haul your sewing machines around with you? Are you flying? Because if you were driving, I would say you should have your machines. You're coming back to Florida Saturday for a month. You're still going to be on the wrong part of the state, though, if I remember right. Although it's probably a lucky thing that you couldn't get anywhere near me, considering that I've had COVID. Hello, my honeybee home, folks.
Cotton cuts.
Oh, Lori, look. I got the next clue on cotton cuts. It's about time. Is that all we got?
Then the VOC, which is Board of County Commissioners, it looks like the taxes on our acre and a half went up a little bit.
How much?
$645.
That's a lot.
Yeah, because there's a fire assessment on the vacant lots.
Oh. They're trying to tax us out of it. They're trying to tax us out of it. We own a vacant lot over in the unincorporated part of the county. And he says the taxes on it are going up because of fire, which doesn't surprise me considering that whenever it gets really dry out here around the winter time, we lightning strikes. Well, I talked about it before. We have what's called red flag warnings, where they'll actually send out a warning to us that the ground can spontaneously combust. Because this is all reclaimed swampland. This is clue 6. So I'm assuming. Let me open it up and look and I'll tell you. Oh. Small cornflower. So it's got to be clue 7. Because the one I'm working on is 6. I was thinking I didn't have 6, but apparently I did. So let me give this heat and then I'll show you guys what it looks like. on Instagram. Okay, so there is, let me get it to where y'all can see it. That's the first part of my block. And my triangles for F came in looking like they'd been bent, so I'm gonna real fast give them a heat. And I don't think that's the Cotton Cuts people that did anything wrong to that. I think that's just the way it ends up sometimes. Okay. I'm going to have to start pulling my clues out soon and putting them up on my design wall. See if I can figure out the mystery pattern. Has anybody figured it out yet? Do you guys know? I know the last time I watched Stephanie talk about it, she said that a couple of people had gotten it right the last round. I'm not really trying to figure it out. I'm just having fun doing the clues. What part of Tennessee is he in, Marie? As some of y'all know, I'm from Kentucky, so the geography is probably very similar. Okay, so there's that part. I don't know. Lori, how many clues are there? 10, I think, maybe? I think I remember hearing 10, and then the last one has your border fabric and the instructions to put it all together. Is that right? I don't know for sure. I jumped in because I liked the fabric. Karen, that has been on a couple of the sew-alongs with Steph, was using this fabric, and I was just like, oh yeah, that's it. I like it.
I couldn't push it into the what do you call it, but I did move it off the side.
Okay.
So you can back the car up in an emergency.
I figured. And you ate. I'm sorry. That's what happens to us all. We get old. This new job is kicking the hubby's booty. I was saying to my folks on my live that this new job is kicking your booty.
Well, mentally, which is good.
Well, it's a challenge, which is good. Nothing wrong with that, right? Deborah, did you have your surgery today? Or is it tomorrow? Because you said something about painkillers, and I thought, well, did she already have it done? Oh, you've already had it done. You've already been up and walking. Check you out. I'm impressed. I'm very impressed. That's how you get to go home sooner, right? You get up and you walk. You had, was it a total knee replacement today? And how long until you can sew now? 'Cause I know your doctor was all over you about keeping that foot up. Yes, yes, that is following on Instagram. And I will follow Anita back. I tell you what, Instagram is a little weird because it's all these guys that all claim to be widowers and army people. So I almost automatically assume when I get a lady follower on Instagram that it's someone who knows me from YouTube. But on Instagram it's all guys, it seems like. Deborah, yes, we're all praying for you to have a fast recovery. She's already up and walking around though, Marie. She'll be dancing a jig right out of that hospital in about a minute. Speaking of dancing jigs, did anybody watch Mom and Pop's live over the weekend? She was up dancing and singing, and I was so happy to see all that. Very, very, very happy to see all that. I tell you what, if you guys are doing these cotton cuts, you need to definitely keep that color card, this thing, because I swear every time I do one of these, I literally have to stare at that color card to make sure I keep track of which colors go where. And sometimes, even with the color card in front of me, I sit here and have a minute of panic. Like the two colors I'm working on right now are A and B. And in my brain, A should be the lighter color. That tulip pink fabric is just like, oh, I'm still trying to wrap my head around how the whole cotton cuts shebang works. And they confuse. I'm easily confused here lately, by the way. They confused me because I got the next the carnival one. I got the first clue for it while I was sick, and we'll add in there that probably part of the issue is that I was sick. But I got that next clue, and I was like, "What is this? This doesn't go with what I have." Yeah, well, but you like doing that, like Steph's Autumn Box, that kind of thing. I think that's awesome too. And I got to see pictures. Sherlock Sews has got a good portion of hers done, and she shared pictures. The fabric in that box is gorgeous. I'm just not that. I'm a fabric person. The fabric is what got me on this one. That and the fact that they're small enough that I can turn them into like lap quilts or baby quilts real easily. Because even if this turns out to be too small for a baby quilt, all I have to do is add a couple of borders around the outside edge. And the fabric for this is Northcott's Chroma, which should be available even after this is done. So I could get another yard of something to make borders from if I needed to. I think. You just have to sew the rows together and then quilt it. Check you out. Lori over there just racing through hers. Oh, they always have great fat. Well, this is only my second. The one I'm working on is my first one. The Carnival will be my second. And yeah, I've been impressed so far with the cuts and everything. The only thing, everything that I've had issues with is me issues. Stuff where my brain doesn't always understand. Okay, so I'm going to join these two like this, and these two like this. Can you guys see that when I set that down there for you? Excuse me. And I'm sewing with the point on the top for two reasons. One is so that if I need to wiggle to keep that point, I can wiggle. And two, because the bottom piece for me is a hair bigger than the top one. Whatever you're caught on, you can stop. Excuse me. And I want to check and make sure I kept that point there, and I did, just barely. Can I tilt it up a tad? Yes. Thank you. Can you see it okay? My phone is swirling. There we go. Is that a better angle? Now we see the machine. Okay. Well, I'm sorry. I wasn't trying to hide it from you. I ain't ashamed of my sewing. And some of you may notice that I'm doing a better job of keeping my fingers out of the way. And I know I shared a while back the bandages I got. These thingies, the hydrocolloid gel bandages, they are awesome. I mean, they are absolutely awesome. They kept the end of my finger dry and protected, and the Band-Aid, I could put it up over, because the end of my finger is what was hurt, but I could put the Band-Aid up over and then like pull it down and it stayed tight. So I really think that made it heal a whole lot faster. And the split part of my nail was like way down here. It's grown out. It's almost far enough grown out that I can cut the nail. Yeah, no impaled fingers tonight, I'm hoping. At least we're trying not to do any impaled fingers tonight. And we're almost done with this. I'm going to end up with 2 blocks when I'm done here for this quilt, which will be really nice. Everyone's lined up and ready to go. Have a great night, Dawn. Enjoy your dinner. Deborah, I'm shocked to see you here at all tonight. I appreciate you coming by and seeing us. I appreciate all of you coming by tonight. And I hope by knock juice you mean knockout juice. Because your knee's still got to be hurting some from surgery today. And if any of you guys are paying attention to what I'm doing with the iron, all I'm doing is setting the iron down on this and pressing it flat and not moving it around or sawing back and forth. And the reason I'm not is because you're not supposed to press this or starch it till you're all done. So I'm just trying to make sure I keep all my seams put together. Yeah, it does sound good, doesn't it? And one thing I do want you to notice is that before I sew this seam in, my last piece here is a little tiny bit bigger than the piece that's already been sewn. So I'm putting it on the bottom because my feed dogs will pull that right up into there. But I'm glad they didn't cut it into 2 squares and make you sew them together before you put that across the top. Oh, I've been getting up at weird hours lately too. If you're up at 4 a.m., text me. If I'm awake, I'll answer. We have a video to record together tomorrow. If we can do it earlier, that is if Sylvie is up to it. And I've got to wind bobbins tomorrow too, a ton of them, because obviously I need them. And then we got to go this way and this way. I think I'm going to end up with some kind of a chevron when this is all done, which will be cool. And this pattern is looking to me like something I may not have picked out on my own, but I'm really enjoying it. You slept in today? What'd you do, sleep till 5? Oh, we'll see what time I get up, Colleen. If I'm up, then I guess I'll text you. Marie, you have a great night. Thank you for coming. It was good seeing you too. Enjoy dinner, and if you get down here and you're anywhere near Okeechobee, holler. Ciao, baby, ciao. Y'all have a great night. All right. Little heat for both of them. Okay. So we have our 2 sections done. This is section 6A. See if I can get that where you guys can see it. Boy, that delay is huge. Well, you should have good meds in now so that you aren't feeling so bad. So that's A. And it may show up for a couple of minutes because the delay is serious there. And then this is B. I can't refresh on the phone without losing it. Let's see. At least I don't think I can. That's okay. All right. Let me move you over here. I'm going to put my hand over the camera again. You don't want to see up my nose, right, Anita? All right. So here is A. And here is B, or vice versa. But that's my 2 sections. And can you guys see why? Well, on camera it shows up way better, but this gray right here in person is harder for me to tell apart from that white. You want full size tech? Well, I am using the Hue camera. The tiny phones are bad. Turn that light off. I got it back up here. But that is the Cotton Cuts Clue 6. It's all done. So I don't have to do a separate video for it. It's there. And 7, hopefully, it is very close to the white, isn't it? On the color card, it looks like more of a contrast there because this is B and this is A. But when I'm looking at the fabrics in person, they don't seem to have anywhere near as much contrast. I'm trying to iron off so it doesn't do anything crazy. Yes, I do appreciate it if you like and sub. Don't know what that was. And I appreciate you guys being here to watch anyway. Yeah, the phones are hard to watch on. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I need to tell y'all. Let's see. Thursday live will probably be at 10 a.m. I don't know what we're doing Thursday. I haven't decided. I might do a rope bowl. I might decide to make a whole quilt. You never can tell. There are videos coming out later in the week from me, Colleen, and Sylvia on either embroidery or applique. We haven't decided which. And I've got all kinds of stuff planned. All right, guys. I appreciate you guys all being here tonight. Thank you very much. If you haven't checked out my mods and their channels, please do so. Maybe you'll find somebody that you like to watch. We can do your Zoom on the computer or on the phone if you'd rather, Colleen. Just I'll talk to you about that after we get off the live. But if you haven't checked out the mods, I would appreciate it if you do. Sylvia says, be nice to other people, not because they're nice, but because you are. Bye, Gay. You have a great night. And Colleen says, be the light you hope to see in the world. And I personally say, why do I hate you? I don't hate you, Colleen. I love you. But I say, if somebody's criticizing your work, tell them to go home. Ain't got time for that. All right, guys. I love y'all, and I will see you soon. Deborah, take care of that leg. Go take your pain meds and go to bed. Good night, all.